Cancer, hello, and welcome to your weekly reading. I hope that you're doing well. This is a message for Sun, Moon, or Rising in the sign of Cancer. These are general messages, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Try not to build a story if it's not resonating for you. Check with your rising or moon sign, or if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can book that through my website, which is BeTheChange333.com, and that information is in the description box below this video. All right, Cancer. Well, let's see what is going on with you at this time. We got a lot of energy going on right now, and all the zodiacs are just sort of all over the place. Let's see what's going on with Cancer. Contribution, adventure, so you're definitely someone on this planet, Cancer, that likes to make a contribution, likes to make your contribution to life, which is beautiful. And you definitely are up for an adventure of sorts. Competition. And magic at the bottom. All right. So what you are learning, what you are experiencing here. So you are a giver by nature. And with this adventure, I'm getting, well, let's keep going. Let's keep going, because this can go a few different ways. Either you are already enjoying the journey, or the lesson here is to make every moment of every day an adventure and have joy on your journey. Competition is definitely something that's been coming up for a lot of us. And it is subconscious, it's hidden, it's starting to be revealed. Like, oh, we all have a little bit of a competitive nature, whether we like to admit it or not. But this is more of a sense of having to compete with life, or having to compete with others. And we tend to lose the magic of life and the joy on the journey when we're stuck in the energy of competition. So let's see what comes through for you, Cancer. We have the Hangman. So right now, you are hung up, literally, in probably the mind, but in a good way. This is with a lot of cosmic energy coming in. The sun is extremely active with a lot of different solar flares, and when we have a lot of solar activity, that light energy is information. We get a lot of aha moments and cosmic downloads. There's a lot of new perceptions that are happening right now. And this is happening for you as far as how it is that you contribute in life. Let's talk about adventure. You might be changing your mind even. All right. Realizing that it is that what brings the magic into life is when we fall in love with the adventure of life. More deep realizations here, Cancer. This is something you know, but we spiral into other energies, and then we realize, like, oh, no wonder I was so exhausted or not feeling as fulfilled, because I'm not feeling the joy on the journey. I'm looking too far ahead or too far back. More on the floor. All right. Yeah. Competition. So what gives you that charge to take action in life? is the sense of competition I'm feeling. This actually gets you going. But Knight of Wands is still juvenile in it, taking its actions, doesn't really think first, is more reactive. And the Queen of Wands at the bottom. The Queen of Wands uses her intuition and her compassion, her wisdom, her senses to navigate how she feels and what her mind is telling her before she takes action. She uses all of her senses. That's where the magic is, the alchemy. So overall, you may have been acting like the Queen of Wands to get your way, but losing momentum in the competition, losing the magic, losing the joy and the fun through the competition. The other thing is, I know even for myself, I actually despise competition, that competitiveness. But I realized that I still had that sensation like I was competing with the world, with life. Like, how is just little old me gonna, like, make any kind of change in this world of 8 billion people and everybody competing against each other for who's the best and all this stuff? We all fall into that from time to time. But when you realize it and you make an adjustment and a change, the intention to actually shift and change. So yeah, reflecting now on your life so far in the Hanged Man position, we have the Four of Wands. Reflecting back on your family patterns, your home life growing up and your home life currently, and how you actually contributed to certain energies, certain patterns, certain, well, could even be the competition, right? Certain mindsets. And when we are going in that direction with that intention, the contribution isn't coming from the heart. It's coming from up here. It's coming from programming. It's coming from conditioning. But you're also reflecting on how you actually have made a beautiful, heartfelt contribution in the same area. That we are being shown both sides of ourselves. Justice with adventure. Yeah, this is that realization that I need to fall in love with life. I need to fall in love with the journey and allow it to bring me on adventures instead of being stuck in the mind in this programmed, robotic way, patterning. It releases you from old childhood wounds, neglect or abandonment that may have created certain codependent patterns within you, so that your contribution that you're making in life was based more on pleasing others or how other people perceive you or see you. The competition, comparison. We're all learning a lot about ourselves in our lives right now. Knave of Wands and the Tower. So this is a big realization for you, Cancer. How you may have acted in a way in the past based off of somebody else's mindset, somebody else's perception, or just their opinions. And now that that's separating, this person's holding a torch or fire. Could have been dealing with a fire sign of sorts, but now their back is to you. So you're not pulled into their energy. You're now acting on your own energy. You're not acting out of, you're not competing against anybody. Because really, when you're in that energy of competition, you're really only competing with yourself. That split energy within yourself. But this tower is telling me that this is something that's really like, it's blown up for you. This whole realization has really blown up for you. There's something that this heavy load, that burden that you've been carrying with you for a long time. Knight of Wands again. And taking action to try to unload that load, to try to feel better. It's bypassing going into the depths of your own childhood wounds. When we fall into that victim savior. So when you make your contributions, are you playing the role of savior? Or are you truly just in it with your heart? I know the energy we're in now, it's not really allowing many people to bypass anything anymore. Myself included. That's how we learn. We are in Earth School anyway, so it's all lessons. There's fun on the journey too, don't get me wrong. Material and spiritual prosperity, yeah. So before, where it was based off of the material, what's just been instilled in your mind through conditioning, is now with the Hangman, you're now getting a higher perspective on all of this for yourself. Crown chakra. One of the big insights that you're receiving, again, is to fall in love with life, fall in love with the journey, the adventure. Make it an adventure every day. Every day that you wake up, everything can be an incredible adventure. And you're realizing this because this is something you already have an inner knowing about. And we forget from time to time when we get pulled into really deep, dark energies that, take us somewhere. We fall back into old familiar stuff, old familiar ways. Accelerated motion and shadow. Doing our shadow work. Getting to know our shadow and how it's operating, competing, comparing. But this is a energy that's moving fast for you, Cancer. It's shifting and changing very quickly for you. So let's get some advice for you. You could be experiencing like parts of the dark night of the soul, where everything that you had perceived up until now is changing. And some people fall into hopelessness, powerlessness. What's the point? Because suddenly we're disconnected from the old life that we were living. But I'm not really taking the Tower as this. I'm taking that as like a big realization. Get advice for Cancer, please. Believe in the impossible. Well, magic is on the board here, and you are aware of how energy works. And when we shift our mindset, our perception, and we are living through the heart and working our magic that way, having joy with the journey, not bypassing what the universe is asking us to look at and heal, that's when the magic happens. And you do have belief, but it's reminding you to believe in the impossible. There's something going on in your life, Cancer, that there's a part of you that's just saying, that's never going to happen, it's impossible. But then there's another part of you that knows that anything is possible. Your commitment is being tested. So you may be having a situation or problems with life right now. Your commitment to your path is being tested, to how you contribute yourself and your energy to life, and the adventure, the journey that you're on, that's being tested. And you're being asked to step out of your comfort zone, which Cancer doesn't like to do. Cancer retracts back into its shell of the crab. But at this point, we can't really run and hide from ourselves much longer. We all have still parts within us that we need to be aware of, our shadow, and work towards changing and healing that and the patterns that they keep us in, trapped in fear. Keep us trapped in fear, keep us trapped in old ways. And so this is the message that I have, or messages that I have for you this week, Cancer. It's getting better. You're having this realization. If you haven't had it yet, well, you will be having it very soon. Yeah, and it is. It's touching on certain childhood wounds that need to be looked at, and shifting the way that you view how you express and act and be in the world. So that is your message for this week, Cancer. I hope that this was helpful for some of you or all of you. And if you like this video, please click the like button. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Take care. Bye.